In June of 2009, a pair of blue jays built a nest in the top of our rose arbor. This gave me an excellent opportunity to photograph them and to study their parenting techniques, especially how they feed their young. One thing I discovered is that they are very protective. So I asked Lorraine if she would help me to demonstrate this, and she agreed. Here we see both blue jay parents have returned to the nest to feed their young, and when they arrived, they found that Lorraine was there working in the rose garden, which was very close to their nest. So they got all worked up, bouncing around in the tree. Finally, one of them decided they'd had enough and had to take action.
See him? Did you get it?
Yeah. Just walk over towards the arbor.
Jays are noisy, aggressive birds who harass their predators, including owls, hawks, and as you have seen, humans. They are the no-nonsense, I-am-in-charge type, and this pair was no exception. Now we will examine some of their parenting patterns, including how they feed their young, what they feed them, and how they keep the nest clean. Here we see a solitary blue jay chick, the remaining survivor from an initial brood of 3 or 4. I do not know what happened to the others. The parents are very diligent in feeding this youngster, visiting the nest 3 to 5 times per hour. The parents gather seeds, berries, insects, and suet from our suet feeder, hold it in their crops, and then bring it up or regurgitate it when they feed the young. They have also been programmed to keep the nest clean. When the young defecate, it comes out as a fecal sac, and in the case of blue jays, they grasp it as it is being ejected and swallow it. From a human perspective, this may seem repulsive, but let's remember that these are birds who are accustomed to doing this and are in no way harmed by doing so. Now let's examine these patterns via several video clips. This first clip begins with both parents feeding the chick at the same time. This is the only time I witnessed this. When the parents first arrives, the chick immediately rises up and opens its mouth. The parent then regurgitates the food and places it in the chick's gaping throat. After feeding is completed, the chick defecates, the parent grabs and consumes it, and then leaves to search for the next meal. Now it appears that the chick, having exerted itself so strenuously, must rest until the parent returns. The chick is growing rapidly. It only takes about 2.5 weeks to mature from hatchling to fledgling. Perhaps that rate of growth is tiring. Although the parent is obviously feeding the chick, it sometimes appears that the chick is also feeding the parent. Sometimes the parent appears to be picking things out of the chick's throat. If that is the case, then perhaps it is removing some indigestible parts of the food fed to the chick. In this clip, you will see very clearly demonstrated how the parent handles the fecal sac. Note here how the chick has grown and is now covered with feathers that are beginning to show the blue jay colors and patterns. This chick is about to fledge, or leave the nest. In this last clip, you can see how restless the chick is. When I checked the next day, it was gone. And so, cycle of life goes on.